Cricket details are now unraveling when it comes to the Mangaluru blast, wherein the bomber Shariq masked his identity as a Hindu as a part of a larger conspiracy to disturb the communal harmony in the state and to establish Islamic Caliphate in the India. Now, as per the stunning dossier by the Karnataka police on the September Shivamoga blast, Shariq and his associates Syed Yasin and Mas Munir Ahmed were planning to establish Islamic Caliphate in India, and they also wanted to wage ISIS-style jihad against the Kafirs.
So as per the police, now these three were said to be highly radicalized since their pre-university days and use social media apps to share insightful materials. Now this is also when Times Now previously had revealed how Shariq tried to mask his identity as a Hindu in a possible bid to deflect the blame. He had even put up an image of Shiva's statue at the Isha Foundation in Coimbatore as his WhatsApp DP, where he procured SIM cards in Gadag, in Bengaluru and Ooty by misusing the documents of people. In Mysuru, he also joined a mobile repair training course and enrolled himself as an individual called Prem Raj. Now, Karnataka DGP, who assisted the state home minister for the blast spot inspection, said that the Mangaluru blast was an attempt to create a divide in the society.
NIA and other central agencies are involved in the investigation of the case right from beginning, right from the time that is what we have been doing in Karnataka without waste of any time, because our collective aim of everyone, because there are even financial transactions, so there are cases, times when we even involve ED also right from the beginning. So all the agencies cooperate and work together. Formally, it will be taken over at appropriate time. See, the ultimate aim is to create discord between community. No terrorist activity is without that aim. See, terrorist activity may cause damage to some people, some property. But the bigger aim is to create disaffection among the various communities, destabilize the country, cause turmoil. So those aims are definitely there.
Now, the bomber was part of an ISIS chat group and learnt bomb making from group on encrypted messaging platforms. Now, Al Hayat shared terror-related videos on social media as well, and this group posted insightful videos on contentious issues like the hijab and also promoted life under Shariat law. Let me open my colleague Deepak for more on this. Deepak, of course, there are startling revelations that are now coming to the fore as far as the Mangaluru blast case is concerned. But it also needs to be noted that his own father spoke to Times Now exclusively, and how he revealed that even in the previous such incidents, he was being paid, specifically the incident wherein anti-India graffiti was being made.
Yes, a lot of details have emerged from that perspective as well. As far as the police are concerned, they are looking at this point in time into activities of Shariq and if any of his aides, and if there is an immediate concern in terms of any of his close aides still being out there. That's an aspect that's being probed. We've already seen the design that they had in mind. We've seen the kind of radicalization that they went through in terms of how to prepare an IED, the thought process of setting up a caliphate in the country, waging a war, waging jihad on Kafirs. These were thought processes and ideas that were discussed starting from pre-university days between Yasin, Maz and Shariq, the three individuals who came together. Maz and Yasin, of course, were studying in the same college. Maz was known to Shariq, and then they came together, started to share a lot of documents and used several applications, which allowed them to go unnoticed for predominantly a large amount of time, and that's what they've been doing. Apart from misleading the people they met with the language they speak, with the identity that they carry with them, with the photographs they use as their display pictures, they did a lot to mask their identity. Even for travel, the mode of travel as well, they chose it.
And we'll also talk about the international terror link here as well, because there is more and more coming out of that as far as the premature blast that happened in Mangaluru, right just meters away from a police post there. Please do stay on with us, Deepak, because let's tell you about what's this Adi Yogi statue on Shariq's radar, because there is a certain picture of the Shiva statue that was said to be as his DP, as his display picture on WhatsApp, and the Isha Foundation founder Sadhguru, in an exclusive interview to Times Now's the executive editor Padmaja Joshi reveals that the fear of being targeted is always there. Listen in.
Recently, there was a man who was injured in a explosion that took place in Mangaluru. Now, it turns out that this man Shariq, on his WhatsApp status, had a statue of Adiyogi, and which is why I'm asking you this question, because that is something that you hold very dear. It is very close to home for you. How do you read the fact that here is a man who was inspired by ISIS literature? He apparently self-radicalized. He had a handler. He was caught with in an explosion, and he had a picture of Adiyogi.
I think I should be glad that even he is carrying Adiyogi. That's how I would like to see it, but that's not the reality, I know. One thing is, he's trying to mask his identity. That is a clever thing to do.
Do you fear, though, that he could have been thinking of targeting Adiyogi?
That is always there. That is not new for us. It is on an average, I don't know, I have not counted, and on average in a year, how many death threats come to me. They keep coming. But still I'm alive, so it's okay.
Well, Times now has also accessed explosive details which pertain to Shariq, the prime suspect in auto rickshaw blast in Mangaluru. Because remember, Shariq and his associates had carried out an experimental blast in a remote location in Shivamogga in September this year, and this was more than a month before the Mangaluru blast. Now, the handlers of Mohammed Shariq are absconding currently for the past few years. Even Abdul Mateen Taha, Musabir Hussain and Arafat Ali aided Shariq to make the bombs, wherein Taha and Hussain are absconding since 2020, while Ali is suspected to have left for Dubai a few years ago.
However, Mateen's father has been claiming that his son apparently has no role to play in the Mangaluru blast case, as there are more and more pointers that clearly suggest to an international terror link conspiracy behind this blast.
आपका जो बेटा है अब्दुल मतीन, उसको पुलिस बता रही है कि वो एक बड़ा हैंडलर है, उन्हीं ने शारिक को ट्रेन किया और मुबीन को, यासीन को शिवमोगा में और अरफात को भी, तो बताया जा रहा है कि मास को और इस पे, तो आप इस पे क्या कहना चाह रहे हैं? इसमें क्या इन लोगों से, शारिक से उनका दोस्ती थी, कैसी थी?
अब ये कि यहाँ के रहने वाले बच्चे हैं
जी,
अब ये नेचुरली वो दोस्त होंगे
जी।
अब ये गांव के लड़के हैं तो मस्जिद में और यहाँ वहाँ मुलाकात होती है, और वो अब दोस्त हैं तो उसमें हम क्या बोलेंगे
जी। लेकिन आपको कुछ मतलब इस तरह से गुमान था कि मतलब ये लड़के किस तरह के मतलब
नहीं, अब गुमान करने वाली चीज़ तो कोई दिखाता नहीं है ना
जी।
अब कोई गलत आदमी कुछ करता भी है तो माँ बाप को कौन दिखाता है? जी
जी जी। लेकिन शारिक और यासीन और आई थिंक मास के खिलाफ एक केस हुआ था जनवरी में, वो हिंदुस्तान का झंडा जलाए बोल के, इसके बारे में आपको पता था कुछ? इसके
नहीं, अब जो कुछ भी ये माज शारिक यासीन ने जो कुछ किया है वो किया होगा, लेकिन इसके पीछे हमारा बच्चा है बोल के इसमें ये कोई सच्चाई नहीं है।
जी जी।
ये सिर्फ वो मिला नहीं है, उसके ऊपर उसको जोड़ा जा रहा है।
जी। नया ने सर अभी कुछ कहा है, मतलब पुलिस ने यहाँ पे शिवमोगा पुलिस ने आपको कि क्या है मतीन का कोई ढूंढ रहे हैं क्या उसको?
नहीं, वो तो दिखाई दे रहा है ना, वो सब यहाँ वो शारिक के घर आए, मास के घर आए, या और एक कौन अरफात बोल के उसके घर को आए, तो वो लपेटे में हमारे को ले रहे। हालांकि वो जैसे वो इल्ज़ाम लगा रहे हैं उसको पकड़ना कोई मुश्किल काम नहीं है अगर ये पकड़ना चाहें तो, लेकिन अगर हमसे बोले तो हमसे तो वो लापता है भाई, हमको मालूम नहीं। इतने बड़े मुल्क में मैं अकेला कहाँ जाएगा ढूंढने के लिए?
बिल्कुल।
अगर आप मेरे से सवाल करेंगे आप क्यों नहीं ढूंढा, मैं कहाँ जाएगा? अगर आप ही बताओ आपके घर से कोई गायब हो गया तो आप उसको कहाँ ढूंढेंगे?
जी जी जी।
मोबाइल में कनेक्शन में रहेगा तो पता करेंगे, मोबाइल का कनेक्शन ही नहीं है तो हम क्या करेंगे?
आपने लास्ट शारिक से बात कब की थी?
वो हमारे घर से इधर अगस्त 28 को गया था घर से, दिल्ली से माल लेके आके होलसेल बिजनेस करते हो।
कपड़े का बिजनेस कर रहे थे?
पहले से उसको वही बिजनेस, कपड़े का होलसेल बिजनेस था।
अच्छा। लेकिन शारिक को जो जनवरी में एक हिंदुस्तान का फ्लैग बंद करने के केस में भी डाले थे शारिक को?
नहीं
नहीं, लेकिन उसका एफआईआर में नाम है शारिक का।
वो जनवरी का नहीं है शायद ना, अगस्त का बना, अगस्त
जनवरी का है बस। हाँ,
मालूम नहीं सर, वो सब मुझे मालूम नहीं, लेकिन उन्हें इधर से तीर्थहल्ली से अगस्त 28 को गया, अगस्त 28 को
2022 या 22 में। हाँ,
फर्स्ट उसका घोड़े बरा प्रकरण हुआ
जी,
उसके बाद में जेल में था
जी,
उसके बाद में उसको जामीन से उसके पापा सब लेके आए थे बाहर। उसके बाद में 1 ईयर में ये केस में गया। वो भी इधर से कपड़े लाने के लिए जाता हूँ, बोला हम लोग तो वही सोचे कपड़े लाने के लिए जाके है, आएगा बोल के वेट करे। फिर 15 डेज 16 डेज तक मोबाइल स्विच ऑफ करा। हम लोग को डर लगा, हमें जाके पुलिस स्टेशन में मिसिंग कंप्लेंट दिए, ऐसा हमारा बच्चा नहीं है, कपड़े लाने के लिए जाऊंगा बोल के, अभी तक नहीं आया बोल के। कंप्लेंट देके 8 दिन में ऐसे ही सब जगह न्यूज आया कि ये ऐसा शिमोगा में बॉम्ब केस में ये शारिक था सब बोल के। उसके बाद में हमारे
इस पर शारिक जब जो बेंगलुरु वॉल्स के बाहर आया, आपसे बात हुई तो कुछ बोला उसने, क्या वो क्यों किया वगैरह बोल के?
हाँ, वो बोला मुझे कोई मेरा दोस्त बोला कि पैसे देऊंगा, चैलेंज के साथ में लिखा, वो चैलेंज बनना था। हम लोग जोर करे उसको, घर पे आए तो बोलेंगे ही ना ऐसा काम क्यों करे, तुझे थोड़ा व्यर्थल नहीं है क्या सब बोल के। नहीं, मेरा वो दोस्त बोला इसके लिए लिखा मुझे, वो बोला तुझे इतना हिम्मत से जा लिख बोल के मुझसे चैलेंज।
कौन दोस्त था वो जो?
मुझे मालूम नहीं सर,
ठीक,
वो सब पुलिस सबको मालूम है ना ऑलरेडी कौन है।
Well, let me bring in my colleague Imran over the phone line. Imran, now as we speak of the Mangaluru blast case, of course, there are many suspects who are currently under the radar, and also more details are emerging as far as as far as the main prime suspect is concerned. Can you take us through all the latest developments that are taking place so far in the investigation?
Well, absolutely. There is the Bangalore police, Karnataka police is looking at several, and including roped in the Tamil Nadu and Kerala police to solve this case. And not just that, at a certain point, they had a high-level meeting yesterday between the Home Minister, DGP, the SP, and also other agencies yesterday in Mangalore, where Home Minister and DGP both visited. And at an appropriate time, they said that they will also hand over the case to NIA to take it to a further conclusion. At the moment, there have been term searches going on in 8 locations. 4 people have been picked up for questioning. They're also waiting eagerly so that this Shariq's health condition improves, so that they record his statement. His statement is quite crucial in going to the depths of this case and looking at the tentacles associated with it, as very, very important as to who funded this operation, where was the original intent of carrying out this blast, and who all were part of it. Right. As my colleague Deepak had said, that broken the story of how he was associated with ISIS and through various other ISIS channels like Telegram and social media.
So several angles they are being investigated on part of the police. Of course, when it comes to Shariq's statement, that will be all the more important when it is recorded, because it is being revealed that a mock blast was also attempted by Shariq and his team ahead of the blast that took place in Mangaluru. For the moment, thank you very much, Imran, for joining in. We'll be back after a short break.